This one wants us to factor, so we have quite a few different questions we can work through. I'm going to take a look at this very first one here. I think I have room at the bottom of this page. I do. Great. I'm going to rewrite it here. We get 4b squared minus 13b minus 35. So this is a question where they want us to try to factor what we have. So this term, I can quickly tick. I have a trinomial. So this has 3 terms, this question. And because it has 3 terms, there's a couple different ways we can go through factoring. One of them is to label them as like this: a B term, and a C term. And what we can look for is we're going to look for 2 values that add to the B term, and those same 2 values are going to multiply to whatever the A times the C term is. So in our case here, the B term is negative 13. So we need 2 values that add to negative 13. But the same 2 values also need to multiply, and 4 times negative 35. So we're going to get a negative value. Let's quickly see what this becomes. 140 it looks like. So we're going to have negative 140 when we do this. Okay, I think in this one what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to find some factors of 140 to figure this one out. This looks like it'd be a bit tricky. Let's see. 140, 20 does go into it. So we have 1 and 140. That's definitely not going to work. 2 and 70 also don't help us out much. 3 does not go in. 4 goes in. 4 goes in. 3. 35 times. So what I'm quickly doing is I'm comparing these to see if any iteration, so either the 1 being negative or the 140 being negative, is equal to negative 13. And quickly I cross these pairs off my list. Those don't work. And the 4 and 35, they don't work. 5 goes in. I doubt it's going to work. It goes in 2, 8. 28 times 5, 28. I really don't get to 13 at all. 6 also goes in. Oh, no, what am I saying? No, it does not. No, 6 does not go in. 7 goes in. 7 goes in. 7 goes in 20 times. So because 7 goes in 20 times, I know that these 2 values work, and I can probably come up with something. In fact, I can. If 20 is negative, negative 20 and 7 gives us negative 13. So we'll use negative 20 times 7 gives us negative 140, and 7 plus negative 20 gives us negative 13. Okay, so we're going to use some decomposition. So that's a lot of build-up work just to decompose the middle term here. The first term will stay the same. We have 4b squared. And what we're doing is we're going to rewrite negative 13b. We're going to rewrite it as positive 7b and negative 20b. And the reason we can do that is because if you combine them together, positive 7 and negative 20, they actually equal negative 13. So we haven't really changed the equation, but we've put it into 2 groups now. And when we make 2 groups, we're going to look for common, the greatest common factor from the terms. So 4b and 7b, the 4 and the 7 don't have a common factor, but the b is a factor. So I can actually take b out of both of these, and we're left with 4b plus 7. In our other terms, I can't take a b out, but I can take a negative value because they both have a negative. And I can take 5 out of each of these. In fact, if I take negative 5 out, this becomes 4b, and this becomes positive 7. Which is great because now these are both like terms. So we actually common factor 4b plus 7 out, and we end up with 4b plus 7 times b minus 5. So quite a bit of work for that one factoring term. But this is the concept, and we'd have to say that this is factoring because they want to know what style this was. This is factoring by decomposition. Okay, so this is called factoring by decomposition.